Guess who's got 500 subs and the biggest dick on this goddamn planet? Probably some other guy, but I still got 500 subs, and it's okay, I guess.
Ah, the signs are fucked! Cocksuckers!
Hello, nerds! Or whatever the fuck you identify as. And fuck yeah, we made it to 500 subscribers, and we're officially on the road to 1 million subscribers! Or at least for 1,000 subscribers. Hopefully it won't take 2 fucking years, like the first 500 did, so I'm probably gonna have to open up like OnlyFans site and maybe send dick pics to viewers so I'll get that 1,000 way quicker. Anyway, I thought I'd do something different this time, and I'd make a top 5 list of greatest games ever made. That's right, my top 5 favorite games of all time. And this is pretty much proven by NASA, so it's scientifically accurate that these are the 5 best games ever made, so you can't really argue with this. So I mean, you can probably write your own favorite games down there in the comments, but they're gonna be wrong unless they're the same that I pick. So you know, if you wanna look stupid, then go ahead and write different games down there in the comments. Stupid. But enough chit chat, let's start this goddamn list. Anyway, number 5 on my list of all-time greatest games ever made is... I'm not sure if I'm gonna have some graphics there. Maybe there's just 5. Okay, it's been there enough. Number 5 on my list is Bubble Bobble. That's right, Bubble Bobble. Now why is Bubble Bobble on my list? Well, first of all, this is one of those games I enjoyed fuck tons when I was a kid, and I only had the NES. That was my first console, so yeah, these games might also have some sentimental value on top of they being, you know, perfect 10s, every last motherfucking one of these. So what do you do in Bubble Bobble? Well, you're a little dragon, green or blue, and you shoot bubbles at enemies, and then they get caught in those bubbles, and then you gotta burst those so they die. But if you're not quick enough, they turn into red enemies, which are faster, and yeah. It's a pretty simple idea. There's 100 levels. You can see a couple of the levels here. I'll probably have some video somewhere here. Basically, every level, you just gotta kill every enemy. It's a simple idea, but it's just so addicting. I think the game is really hypnotic, mainly because of its main theme that plays through all the goddamn 100 levels. Or if you want to get all the endings, then 300 levels. Except there's still, you know, there were like 20 extra levels if you could find those. Well, yeah, you're gonna be listening to that theme song a lot. Let's listen to a little clip of that. I love this song. What an excellent song. Okay, that's enough of that song. But yeah, the thing is, if you play one-player game, you only get the bad ending in this one. But if you play two-player game, you can get the good ending and I guess it was real ending. Can't really remember what it was called. Was it good ending a very good ending or something? But yeah, basically the two dragons, Bob and Bob, are trying to save their girlfriends, and well, I'm not gonna say who else, cause that ruined the true ending or very good ending, so you're just gonna have to find out. But yeah, Bubble Bubble, it's just one of those games I play through, you know, every now and then, cause you just can't get tired of this game. It's a masterpiece. There's no way around it. It's a fucking masterpiece. Bubble Bubble. Yeah. Anyway, I think I've talked enough about Bubble Bubble. Let's move on. Next, we're moving on to 4th best game of all time. I still don't know if I'm gonna have any graphics here, but I'm guessing there's 4. Anyway, 4th best game of all time is Final Fantasy VII. The original, not the stupid remake. It's shit remake. Actually, I played the remake and it is a fun game, but I guess, you know, I stopped at chapter 9, I think, so I'm kind of halfway through. Because I started playing some other games, I think I was doing some review or something. I can't really remember why, but yeah, the remake was good, but It didn't pass this. It can't pass this. In no way did it pass. Well, okay, graphics maybe, and well, graphics. I was gonna say gameplay, but fuck that. I prefer the turn-based combat, so fuck you. Sorry, being a little aggressive here. But yeah, Final Fantasy VII, epic role-playing game. This was the JRPG that got me into JRPGs. This was my first JRPG, so again, it could be a little nostalgia that bumps this so high up on my list. But I don't care. I don't fucking care. This is the only true list of 5 best games ever made. So, and it's scientifically proven by NASA. So, shut the fuck up. It's got 3 discs, which was fucking amazing back then. You know. I love the arcade bits in here. I actually like the motorcycle part in this one way better than in the remake. I think in the remake it was kind of bland. It looked cool, but it was a swing your sword and everyone had energy bars, so it was kind of more... It felt more like crime than in this one. Because in this one I love it when you're on the right spot and you swing your sword, the fucking enemies usually drop from one hit. So this felt more like arcade game in this one. Yeah, I definitely prefer that over the remake one. Well, of course the story is fucking awesome in this one. Also the summons, although they do get quite tiring when you see them, 20th time. Because you can't skip the cinematics, which is kind of stupid. But back then they were still learning, and when this came out, not a lot of people complained about that, Not that I remember. At first, at least, everyone was just... Holy shit! Just an epic journey. Final Fantasy VII. If you haven't played the original, go fucking play. Well, to tell you the truth, I don't actually think newer generations, they might be better off with the remake, cause nowadays people have such short attention spans, so yeah. But if you want to see the whole story right fucking now, play this. At least it won't end after Midgar. What a loser. It only has the tutorial part. What the fuck? Well, yeah, this is number 4. Let's move on. So, number 3 on my list of all-time greatest games ever. I don't know if I say the same phrase every time or it's a little different, but anyway, number 3. Again, I guess there's 3. Okay, it's been enough there. Fuck off. Fuck off! Yeah, number 3 on my list is Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. And Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, and Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence Snake Eater, and Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence Snake Eater. Yeah, well, first of all, I got the PAL version of the Subsistence, and I got the US version of the Subsistence. PAL version is a lot thicker than the US one. I mean, Jesus. Reason why I have 2 of these is cause these were originally mine, and back in the days I bought one and I think the disc got scratched or something. It didn't work. It got stuck at some point, so I bought another. And then I gave these to girlfriend's little brother, I guess, cause I was, I got PlayStation 3, so I wasn't having any of these PlayStation 2 games. I gave them all away or sold them or something. Which was kinda stupid considering now I'm fucking collecting retro, so... Live and learn, live and learn. But yeah, I really love this game. Wait a minute. You know what? I've never actually even noticed this before. I have 2 copies of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, the regular version, but these have different back covers. Both are PAL version. Well, I guess this is the Scandinavian version and maybe this is, UK version? Huh. Weird. I never noticed that. But yeah, anyway, everyone probably knows Metal Gear Solid games, if you've done any gaming at all. It's pretty much the best stealth series out there. Metal Gear Solid 5, Phantom Pain, although the story was the gameplay is still fucking perfect in that. I still say it's the best stealth simulator out there. If you want stealth game, good stealth game, get the 5th one. It is still worth it. But this one as whole is just, well, 3rd best game of all time. Instead of continuing Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2, this kind of jumped to Cold War era, which was kind of cool idea. And yeah, in this one, instead of taking the role of Solid Snake, you take the role of Naked Snake, which becomes Big Boss later on. This kind of opened up more the background of characters in the earlier ones and shit like that. I really love this, you know. First of all, this takes place in goddamn jungle, like in... I can't actually fucking remember where the jungle was. It's been a long time since I last played this. But yeah, it takes place in jungle and it so much reminds me of Ramble, the second one. And you know, you got your camouflage, which you do gotta change, you know, depending on what kind of bush or road or terrain you're leaning against. It is kind of annoying mechanic, cause you gotta change your outfit every time you change the kind of, well, terrain where you're lying or standing or whatever. That thing, yeah, after time it starts to little bug you, but other than that, this was pretty much perfect fucking game, in my opinion. And I liked how you kind of hunted, you know, snakes and birds and rats and shit, and you could eat those. Really awesome game. The story was, you know, it kind of reminded me of Bond movies and Rambo movies. Kind of mixed between the both. The theme song of this is fucking amazing. That is straight from Bond movies, you know, it's same style and shit, and the opening credits, really cool. You should fucking check that out. Also, this has the most epic ladder climbing scene ever in video games. Sounds weird, but it is. Now when it comes to boss fights, I'd say Metal Gear Solid 1 probably has overall best boss fights, but in this one has my all-time favorite boss fight, which is against the End, who is a old creepy dude with a sniper rifle, and the boss fight it takes place in this kind of big jungle area where you're basically trying to snipe each other. There you can do that in other ways too, but I always love to try to beat him in his own game, you know, trying to snipe him. That was just something really awesome. But anyway, Metal Gear Solid 3, definitely, you know, worth the try. If you haven't tried this for some goddamn reason, it's one of the best. It's third one. Next we get to second greatest game of all time. Number 2, I guess. Okay, go away now. Okay, I know at this point you're probably going like, he's such an old fart, he doesn't like new games. When I was young, everything was way better. And you'd be totally right. When I was young, games were fucking better and movies were definitely better. So, let's check out one old game I have second on my list. BAM! Fuck you! Yakuza Zero! That's right, I like some new shit, so screw you. Yeah, that was stupid. But yeah, Yakuza Zero. I started Yakuza games from Yakuza 3, cause I kinda skipped Yakuza 1 and 2 on PlayStation 2. I did see some reviews and trailers from those back in the days when they were, you know, coming out, and I was kinda thinking, you know, they do look kinda good, but I ended up skipping those. Stupid fucking me. Now I have the first one original. I don't have the second one cause it's a little more pricier, but I do have the Yakuza... Fuck was it? Yakuza Kiwami 1 and 2, which are, you know, remastered versions of Yakuza 1 and 2. Really awesome games. But yeah, Yakuza Zero, this is definitely my favorite of the goddamn series. I think this is the biggest game in the series, cause this one took me over 100 hours. The others just took me like, I don't know, 60 to 80 hours. The shortest ones, which were probably, well, the 1 and 2, took me like probably 30 to 40 hours, so yeah. But yeah, Yakuza Zero, fucking awesome game. The story is, well, the story has been always fucking top notch in Yakuza games. There's no better crime stories in gaming history than fucking Yakuza games. I dare you to challenge that fact. But yeah, in Yakuza Zero you play as Kazuma Kiryu, which is the main guy who's been on Yakuza, well, from 0 to 6. That was kind of his story arc, and oh man, 6, that ending, you know, that story didn't disappoint. And it wasn't, you know, predictable or boring or safe, like in some other huge game that just came out. What was it? Fuck, it was, you know, it had those two girls and well, I don't fucking remember. This one takes place before the Yakuza 1. This takes place in 80s actually, and you see kind of the starting years of Kazuma Kiryu, how he got into Yakuzas and shit. And also there's another playable character in this, which is Majima Goro, which is fucking awesome, cause he was always my favorite character out of all the characters in Yakuza games. He's this kind of one-eyed psycho, which is just so well done, you know, the all, you know, persona on him, and I just fucking love his character. He's probably my all-time favorite gaming character. I don't know, maybe I should do a list of those too. I'm kinda new at this list thing, and I just did this cause I hit 500 subs. And you can help me hit 1000 subs, you know, just click the subscribe button, click it. But yeah, this game is just so fucking huge. I mean, you got lots of shit to do. I always loved that in Yakuza game. First of all, you got your arcade, where you can play old Sega classics. In this one, you can also play, you know, those old classics from the 80s. It's so awesome, and then you have, you know, tons of side missions, which are almost always just really fucking funny and so awesome. I really love those. But the main game mechanics, these are beat 'em up games. Not the old style, you know, 2D side-scrolling beat 'em ups or that. These are, you know, more advanced and shit, but they are still beat 'em up games. I know there are people who say these are not beat 'em up games, but Wikipedia fucking says these are beat 'em up games, so fuck you. Okay, Wikipedia can be wrong sometimes, but I always called these beat 'em up games because I felt like these were beat 'em up games. And beating is fucking fun as shit, because you got all these weird moves, or, you know, over the top moves where you're, you know, throwing like fucking scooter on top of people, or just doing some really painful looking shit to people. It's rarely has beating someone been as satisfying as in this game. I mean, holy shit. Or in Yakuza series overall. It's definitely one of the leading beat 'em up series. Well, there's not much competition. Well, there are lots of 2D beat 'em ups, but, well, it's kind of different category. This is a story-driven 3D beat 'em up with lots of extra shit. If you haven't played Yakuza series, Zero is the place to start. Zero, then Kiwami 1, 2, then Yakuza 3, 4, 5, and 6. And you can get all of these on PlayStation 4. And I believe you can get few for PC. At least this one you can get on PC. And on Xbox nowadays too. Now there's also a new Yakuza game coming out later this year, and I'm definitely getting it. Not sure if I'm gonna do a review. I've done review of Yakuza Kiwami 2 and Judgment, which was kind of the same series but different character and shit. They're so long games, it just takes fucking hours, and the new one's gonna be more like JRPG. It's got turn-based combat, which is, well, I love turn-based combat, so I'm definitely gonna buy that and play that. But we'll have to see if I review it or not. Who knows? But anyway, moving on. And we're down to the greatest game of all time. Number 1 on this list. I bet the one is gonna be fancier than all the other numbers. Probably gonna put like glow there. Okay, that's enough, go away. But yes, all-time greatest game ever fucking made. And that game is Mega Man 2 for NES. Yeah, I bet you didn't see this one coming. Or maybe you did, because I've been saying this a lot in, you know, Twitter and on my other videos. I've been kind of referencing my list of top 5 list of greatest games ever made, you know, at times on my videos. So, but yeah, Mega Man 2. This is like the best game ever made, because this is a game. Nowadays, you know, games that come out, they're more like experiences, you know, they're so huge and stuff. This is like pure game, best game, because it's a pure game and it's just best and so addicting and shit. Mega Man, if you don't know, you know, well, you're a blue guy with a cannon on his hand, and yeah, there's Dr. Wily, who's the bad guy, and he always has, you know, like these robot lords or robot bosses or whatever. He usually has 9, and you can choose right from the start where you want to go, you know, which one you want to beat first. It's basically a really simple idea, and you know, then you go that robot's, you know, level, and at the end you gotta beat the robot guy, and then you gain his weapon. The trick is that you kind of gotta know who you're gonna beat first, you know, who's gonna be easiest to beat with just the plain cannon you have, and you know, when you get the weapon from that robot, who's he gonna, you know, be most effective against. You gotta there's kind of that little, you know, puzzle element where you just gotta kind of rationalize, you know. Well, here you got Metal Man who throws saw blades, so Wood Man. Metal saw blades work, you know, great against wood. Who would have guessed? So, yeah. But yeah, the levels are challenging, but they don't seem unfair. like many times in NES era games. I think they're just perfect. Okay, there are a couple parts which are really annoying, and especially in this game when you take hit, your guy kind of flashes and takes a few steps back. That has created situations where, well, I've lost my nerves a few times, but I've played this game through so many times that I've gotten used to it, and it's still, I still try to play this through every now and then. It's been, a couple of years since I last played this though, so I might have to play this again. But what is absolutely the best thing about this game is that this game has the best soundtrack of all time. I fucking dare you. Okay, Mega Man 3 also has really kick-ass soundtrack, but this game, there's no other that has, soundtrack like this game. It's just fucking perfect. Every song is just, I still listen to this every now and then on YouTube, or, well, I don't have Spotify anymore, but on YouTube. But yeah, the soundtrack is just... Okay, when it comes to soundtracks, Brutal Legend might beat this by a little, but I don't really count that because it basically has just real life metal songs and rock songs and shit like that, so it's not like it's soundtrack made for that game. It's just they made a game that revolves around metal and rock music, so they put those, because otherwise you could say like Guitar Hero has the best sound. I know it doesn't. It's a guitar game that took real life songs, so I don't really, they weren't like made for that. But yeah, perfect soundtrack, perfect gameplay, perfect game, perfect. It's just fucking perfect. And that's why it's my all-time favorite game of all time. Well, it's the best, so that was pretty much my top 5 list of greatest games ever made. Greatest games of all time. Greatest... It's my cat trying to fucking drop my TV. But yeah, 5 best games ever made. But yeah, really fucking awesome that I hit 500 subscribers, and if you're watching and you haven't subscribed yet, then maybe you want to press the subscribe button. Maybe you want to press the button down there. Maybe you want to press, or down there, there's the subscribe button. Maybe press it. So I can get that fucking 1,000 subscribers. Well, that first. After that, we'll go for the 1 million, or 10,000, or 5,000, or fucking 2,000. I don't know. It's really slow growth, It's really hard to get, lots of subscribers fast, unless you're really good or some shit. I guess I'm average. Because I'm a slow grower, but I try to improve. So anyway, this video was pretty much here. Like I said, click like, click subscribe, click the bell, click the comments, click yourself the fuck out of here, and click yourselves back. I don't know, when I upload more crap, I guess. But for now, it's goodbye, and I'll see you when I hit 1,000 subscribers. Okay, I'm probably gonna do videos before that too. But I'd like to hit it fast, wouldn't we all? Anyway, try to stay alive, cause I need your views. Goodbye!